Hello, everyone. Welcome to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host, Pinky. Shout out to you, Tyronda. I'm not on CP time because I purposefully say 10-ish. I never say straight up 10 o'clock. So, hey, Lexi. Hey, Kelsey. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never like to tell y'all like a specific time because, things happen. But I choose 10 o'clock because usually nothing comes up at 10 for me. But I wanted to talk about this whole situation with Tamera Tamera Mowry leaving the real because just was it a month ago? It wasn't that long ago that Amanda Seals decided not to renew her contract only after only 6 months. Yes, it's gonna be podcast style today, y'all. Sorry, I look a mess, but yeah, this came as a shock to me though. Like I don't know if I had to guess anyone else to leave the real, I probably wouldn't have thought about Tamera because she seems like she's one of the integral parts. Honestly, she mm, she has some views that I don't think other people on the show has, even though I don't feel like she necessarily stands in her views. But we'll get to that. I wanted the reason why I have this picture of Tia and Tamera, sister Tia and Tamera, is because this is where I first got introduced to them. I think most of us did back in the day. Watching the TV show, Tia and Tamera were like that. Sister was my favorite show back then. I loved that show, and Tamera was my favorite. Like I loved Tamera. She was fun. Tia was the bookworm, and I don't know why I didn't like Tia because I was more like Tia, but I guess maybe I wanted to live vicariously through Tamera. But I loved her on that show. She was my favorite. Um, and when I saw that she was going to be on the real, I was really excited for that. Even though I got a taste of her personality on their reality show, Tia and Tamera. Do y'all remember her reality show with her sister? They had a reality show, and I did get a taste of her personality then, and it did kind of rub me the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie, because that first season, she was planning her wedding, and Tia was supposed to be her maid of honor. Obviously, that's her twin, and she was very much so pregnant, and very much so far along in her pregnancy, and it wasn't the easiest pregnancy for her. And I just felt like Tamera was expecting her to be, everything a wedding planner would be, and she just couldn't do that. She was pregnant. She didn't have the energy, and I feel like in a lot of ways Tamera was being very unreasonable, and she even threatened to replace Tamera as her maid of honor with her best friend, because her best friend was putting in more work in Tamera's eyes. So that put a bad taste in my mouth. That really kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Her husband obviously was featured on the show as well. He wasn't necessarily my cup of tea on that show either. So that's pretty much all I've gotten from Tamera before the real. And I still wasn't completely like turned off by her by that point. It just she wasn't my favorite. She wasn't who I thought she was. That I think at some point I had to realize that was a TV show and this is real life. And I kind of believe that Tia and Tamera might have been playing each other on that show. I don't know if that was done on purpose, but they seemed like they were kind of playing each other, like uh embodying each other's personality. But okay, then she was on the real. And I wanted to put up a picture of them on the reel. This is when Amanda was on the reel. But yes, this is the reel. You know, this is a show about minority women expressing their feelings and emotions, sort of like The View, but it's very much so uh lighthearted. You know, I think late, like when they added Amanda Seals, they were trying to address like more hard-hitting issues, especially about race. But it started off as like someone said it was more like a Cosmo magazine type of show. And you know, they would have slumber parties and things like that. You know what I'm saying? They would just have very like shallow, vapid conversations. And so I feel like as the show took a turn to be a little bit more serious, I feel like Tamera became very uncomfortable with that. And honestly, they call the show The Real, but the people on there, just majority of them, for me, whenever I watch it, they just don't come off as authentic as you think someone who would be host on the show called The Real. Like Amanda embodies the real, if you ask me, but she ended up leaving The Real because, well, let me just play this video real quick and of why Amanda left The Real, just to refresh our memory.
So, well, you know what happened to me today? Yeah. She's arrived. I've arrived because my contract is up at The Real and I did not renew it because it doesn't feel good to my soul to be at a place where I cannot speak to my people the way they need to be spoken to, and where the people who are speaking to me in disparaging ways are not being handled. I'm not in a space where I can, as a full Black woman, have my voice and my coworkers also have their voices, and where the people at the top are not respecting the necessity for Black voices to be at the top too. So, you know, you reach a point, like even when it just comes to Hollywood in general, you've seen me transform into a way that I just can't function in this place the same way. I can't. They play it like he's in my real. And the thing is, for me, it becomes a so.
Okay, so that's why Amanda chose to leave The Real. Like I said, when it seems like when Amanda joined the show, Tamera, she just seemed uncomfortable. Whenever Amanda was speak, I just don't think Tamera could handle the realness of her. And I think, you know, Tamera has her opinions about things, but I think she might have been afraid of the backlash. I think she might have been afraid to express herself the way she wanted to, because she seems like she has more conservative views. But I just don't think I don't think she really felt like she could express that. I don't think she had the thick skin to withstand any sort of backlash, honestly. So I don't know if that had anything to do with her decision not to come back. But I'm just going to go ahead and read y'all her statement on why she's leaving. So she says, for 7 years, my home and heart has been The Real. The friendships that I have made here will last forever. And the people that I've had the blessing to interview have changed my life for the better. I'm so proud of what all the ladies and I have accomplished here, including 2 well-deserved NAACP Image Awards and a Daytime Emmy. However, all good things must come to an end, and it's with a bittersweet smile that I announce that I am moving on from The Real. To my fellow host, I love you, I will miss you, and I will always be there for you. Thank you for teaching me, supporting me, and loving all of me. Sisters forever. I'll be rooting for you as I look forward to spending more time with my family, pursuing amazing new opportunities, and embarking on the next chapter of my life. Now, you know, it just makes me wonder why. I wonder why she's leaving. because Amanda made it clear as to why she left. She felt like she wasn't receiving the support as a Black woman from the higher ups and just people behind the scenes. And when you look at this, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good because you fired one Black woman. Another Black woman decided she didn't want to renew her contract. And then after 7 years, a biracial woman decided that she didn't want to return either. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what is going on here, because I know daytime TV money is good money. But then again, this is Tamera Mowry. She got plenty of money. I think her and her husband own a vineyard. Her husband's family owns vineyards. So I believe her and her husband own one. And I saw that they have a YouTube channel together. Also, Tamera, I feel like Tamera is best acting in movies like, maybe a Lifetime movie, maybe a Disney movie, maybe a Hallmark movie. I feel like that's when she's at her best. When she's acting, because that seems to be like, what she's the best at. Because on that show, it just if you have an opinion, you have to be able to stand fully in it, and you have to be able to take harsh criticism of people that don't agree with you. And when people come at Tamera, she just doesn't seem to be able to handle the criticism that people come at her with. And I want to bring this video up as an example, because this just happened to come back like right before she announced it. This video just kind of like went viral again. This is her actually defending her husband because he's been accused of being I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna let her speak for herself.
Like, there's some people who think that my husband is racist because he worked for a certain channel. I'm gonna look in that camera right there and let everybody know my husband is not a racist. Boom. And you like, there's
I'm sorry, that was hilarious. That was funny the first time I saw it. And in case you don't know, her husband this is I'm trying not to laugh, but it's just funny every time I watch that video, because girl, what is that accent? What is that accent, girl? Why did she have to throw that on in order to go off on somebody? But anyway, in case y'all don't know, her husband has been accused of being the R word. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get demonetized. YouTube is very sensitive, but he's been accused of that because of some very questionable remarks that he's made in the past. He made some questionable remarks about Trayvon Martin and that whole situation. He worked at Fox News, and he was very disrespectful to a Black person that was on there. He recently made some disparaging comments about South Africa. I didn't really do too much research on that. I just happened to see the headline, so I don't know. Y'all can do your own research when it comes to that. But I'm just letting y'all know he has been accused, and he's done some questionable things that make people question it. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand why she'd be very defensive. This is not the first time she's been, defensive about it and going off about it. This was probably like the third or fourth time she said it on the show. So obviously this truly bothers her. But it's like, girl, if you know he's not, then you shouldn't have to defend him every 5 seconds. And that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't seem like she has thick enough skin to be on a platform like this. It seems like she would be a lot more comfortable acting as another character. Maybe that was her angry Black woman voice. Maybe that was the best one she could do. Girl, I don't know. It sounded like she watched some country movie and got this accent from. I don't know where that accent came from. I've never heard her make that accent. The accent in the Karen Bob Wu Child. I don't know. Like, I don't know where the accent came from. I don't know why she chose to use it in that moment. It just it kind of, it was weird. It was weird. But yes, I just, like I said, I think she'll be more comfortable on Lifetime. It just makes me wonder though, because I've seen some people, I think in this chat, say they watched it for her. They watched the reel for her. When I posted it earlier on my community tab, somebody said they watched it specifically for her. So it makes me wonder, like, now that she has left, will the reel survive? Like, oh, I didn't know they were originally from Texas. I've never heard her have a Southern accent whatsoever. So, and that one wasn't a good one. But anyway, do you think the reel can survive? Because they have lost Tamar, who was a major, I feel like that was a major part of the show that people love, was Tamar. She was, had plenty of personality and very entertaining, whether you love or hate her. The same with Amanda Seales. People, I feel like a lot of people love to hate Amanda, but regardless, she's going to bring the noise, and she's going to bring the attention to the show. Now, Tamera, she's a founding member. You know what I'm saying? When you watch the reel, you already know you're going to see Lonnie, Tamera, Adrian, and Jeannie Mai. And so to lose Tamera, I feel like you're going to be losing a lot of your audience, possibly, because I feel like she brought the mommy crowd. She brought the well, she's not the only married woman, but she was for a while. Well, Tamar was married, but you're going to lose a little bit of the conservative crowd. So I wonder. Tamera took her Emmy to go. I never really had a favorite on the reel. None of them ever say anything substantial. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I never consistently watched this show. I don't even know how many episodes I've watched all the way through. Mostly I've seen this show in clips. I never really had the patience. Because majority of the people on the show get on my nerves. I'm just gonna be real. Majority of the people on the show get on my nerves. On one of these lives, I told you I went down the line of who got on my nerves the most. And Tamera was kind of high on that list. So I'm not going to even sit around and act like I'm upset that she left the show. I just don't think it don't seem like the show is going to survive too much longer because people keep leaving. You don't see them surviving unless they bring a big name. Okay. I don't think it will. I stopped watching faithfully after Tamar left. Vince messed that up for her. I loved Amanda. She is why I started back watching. I only watched YouTube clips. Jeannie Mai gets a side eye from me because of some of the comments she made about black men, and she was married to Freddie. I agree. She definitely gets a side eye from me too. Stephanie says I stopped after Tamar left. Somebody said bring Kiki. I saw Kiki. I saw a lot of people saying Kiki. I could see it actually. I could see you bringing Kiki because Kiki stands up for black people, and you need that. Kiki doesn't mind speaking her mind. I feel like she's charismatic enough to participate in those conversations that are, kind of pointless but fun. She, you know what I'm saying? She knows how to. She has like that, like girlfriend kind of attitude that I would like to see her on my TV screen. I might actually watch if Kiki is on there. Adrian gets on my nerves because she talks like her husband didn't get a side baby on his wife and only takes care of the child financially. Ooh, I didn't even know about that, child. Ooh, I didn't know about that. Sorry, I'm late. My birthday was Sunday and I had my last B-Day dinner. Oh, happy birthday, Kimberly. No problem. I like the Kiki idea. I think the pandemic messed up straight. Yeah, I do. I feel like that messed up their whole deal. And I feel like she would be a great addition on the show. The Real. I think honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think they need to revamp this entire show and just wipe out the entire cast and just bring in all new people. I do. I think everybody on this show and Lexi, who said this? Dang. The comment moved too fast, but somebody just said they're too old for her. And I just think they need to wipe out the whole show and bring in younger people, because somebody brought to my attention that Lonnie is close to 50. And I looked up Tamera's age and she's 42. And I believe Jeannie Mai is in her 40s. I didn't look up how old Adrienne Bailon was. But with that being said, they are getting too old to be having this sort of vapid conversation. You know what I'm saying? They're getting to the age where they need to be, I don't want to hear them talk about this stuff. I don't want to hear them talk about boy problems and, things like that. I want them to wipe the entire cast and bring in some new younger people. And you can bring in, you don't have to bring in younger people that just want to party. You can bring in people. There are young people that are married and they have kids. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca says The Real has become very predictable. Exactly. We know what they're going to say. We know what their positions are going to be. We know Tamera ain't going to ruffle no kind of feathers. And that's cute at first, but when real topics come around, I want to know how you feel about this. You're up on this panel to discuss this topic. Why are you being silent and bug-eyed? Adrienne will be 37. They're just getting too old. We need people, I don't mind people in their 30s. But I just think we need fresh blood on the show. And so I do think Kiki would make a great addition, but I think they just need to start over and start with Kiki. Now, from there, I don't know if y'all have any other suggestions. I mean, we would need someone who would be a little bit more on the conservative side. I'm sure they want to bring in, other races, ethnicities, and things like that. Someone else mentioned Amara La Negra, but I don't know if Amara. I don't know Amara a little bit. I don't know if she real enough. Even though people on The Real have not been real for since the beginning, but I feel like we would need Zendaya. I could see Zendaya because she seemed like she doesn't mind, speaking her mind. But I also think Zendaya is more so, she's like a real actress. She's really in the arts, and she's been doing her thing with acting. So I don't know if she would even want to be on a daytime TV show. But I would love to have her as well. Amara's not the one. She does not have the following for that. Okay. I just think Amara, she's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, a lot of black people the wrong way lately. So, but you do need a person that is going to be sort of like a contrarian or someone who doesn't mind going against the grain. So maybe leave the older people alone. Let them get their coin. There's nothing wrong with being older, but I feel like if you're older, your conversations need to have a little bit more substance. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't seem like their conversations have any sort of substance. And then when you bring somebody on the show like Amanda Seales, who will go there, and you know what I'm saying, she's not even getting no support. Why did y'all bring her on the show? Y'all knew what she was about and y'all won't support her. So, that's how I feel about that. Tiffany Pollard, just for the heck of it. You know what? How old is Tiffany though? Because if Tiffany they same age, then. But the thing I like about her is she don't mind saying what's on her mind, and She ain't gonna let people back down. Ryan Destiny, I don't know. I've never really heard that Ryan Destiny speak. She's a gorgeous girl though. Very gorgeous. Oh, just hilarious. Just hilarious might get them shut down. Just hilarious. Um, you know what? Because you need somebody that is loud and wrong sometimes. She don't mind being loud and wrong. So you would need somebody that would stir up that controversy. But Jess, I don't know. Jess might get them canceled. I don't know. I don't know. So we've got a black woman, we've got a mixed woman. Now we need an Asian woman to replace Jeannie. Y'all gonna have to help me out with that because I don't. Maybe Karuchi. I mean, I know she's mixed with black. You don't want to hear from Just Hilarious? Y'all saying Just Hilarious is a big fat no. Y'all cracking me up. Yeah, she messed up. She messed up talking about the Muslim community like that. Aquafina from Young Rich Asians. Oh my goodness. You need more meme material. That's why I was trying to remember what happened with that Aquafina girl because I never. It's not like I was a fan of hers or anything, but I remember something controversial happened with her. I just can't remember what it was. So she was doing a black scent. Maybe B Simone. Okay, maybe B Simone. Now we can't have all problematic people now. The girl from Fresh Off the Boat. You talking about the mama? I said this earlier in the chat, but I want Ashley from The Grapevine and Amanda Seales to get together and make a production for TV. Oh, that would be good. I love The Grapevine and Ashley Acuna. Angela Yee, too old. She's half Asian. Yeah, I don't want Angela. Well, I guess you do need someone who's going to be neutral on a lot of things and someone, but like you said, she is a little bit older. I'm trying to think. You do need someone who can, rally everyone together. But I don't know. Amanda Steinberg. Okay, I can see her. We do not want to hear from B Simone loud behind, yelling at us through our screens. Oh, y'all really don't like her. Yeah, we mentioned Keke Palmer earlier. She was already. I want to clear the whole cast, and Keke Palmer would be like my first addition. They could let Aisha Curry replace Tamera. Okay, yeah. I could see Aisha. I could definitely see that. I could see Aisha Curry. She probably wouldn't want to do it though, because she can't handle too much criticism. But I would like to see her, because she would be a good replacement for Tamera. She's a mother. Like someone said, I don't think she's as conservative as Tamera, but she has some conservative views. Yara Shahidi. I can see Yara Shahidi. No, Jocelyn Hernandez. But we do need someone to replace Adrian Bailon. So, but not Jocelyn. I think she's a little too much for daytime TV. Who's the new Tam? B Simone? Oh, Aisha. I would love to have Yara. I feel like she would be a great voice for the young people. Vanessa Bryant, okay, but I just don't know how, like, where her head is. I don't know if she probably wouldn't want to do that right now. I've seen one of her videos. I saw the video with her and her husband. I think it was a video talking about how they first met. And yeah, that's probably gonna be my last video. Her husband rubs me the wrong way. I ain't gonna lie. He rubs me the wrong way. Her kids are adorable though. She has some of the most cute, adorable kids. But I am subscribed to Tia's YouTube, and she also has some adorable kids. I like her relationship with her family and her husband and stuff like that. Who is Jaleesa? Oh, you talking about Jaleesa, the one she used to have a show with? The one Adrian used to have a show with? I don't really like her husband. It's so funny how her and Tia are such opposites. It is. And I also remember, speaking of their reality show, Tia, I remember there was one point on the show where Tamera was mad at her and she was going off on her, and she's like, "You sound just like a Valley girl." And Tamera got so mad. She was just like, "I am a black woman." Like, she was so upset. She was about to cry. I was like, girl. Yeah, I got my good eye on him. I love their brother Tavier. He and his girlfriend are so beautiful. It's crazy that you bring him up, because I was looking at his Instagram the other day and my grandma just happened to see it. And I read the caption, and I don't know if that's his girlfriend or his wife, but he was like, you have feel, you fill my cup. Let me see if I can find what he said, because I really like what he said. He seemed like he loves that black woman, and she is a unambiguous black woman, and we love that. Let me see if I can find that picture. Okay, here it is. I'm trying to put it up on the screen. But he's got a black woman for real. Well, y'all know his mama black, so maybe, he wanted to find somebody like his mom. Come on. My internet works so slow, y'all. I'm sorry. But I'll read you what he said. He said, "I am complete in Christ, but she is the overflow of my cup, a blessing that is beyond my highest expectations, and one I gladly receive in its fullness. From the dried ink of pages past to the memories that await, I love you, Z, year one." I was like, oh my goodness. This was so cute to me. My grandma was like, oh, he loved her. He loved her. Yeah, his mother is the same skin tone. Mm-hmm. You talked about Taj. I think Tia and Tavier took after their mom. I think Taj and Tamera took after their dad. I could see that. I could totally see that. And the craziest part is Tamera dated black men. She dated black men. She even said that herself, but she came across this guy and fell in love. Oh, Jackie Ina. Jackie Ina is a great choice, I think. Very sweet. He did August Alsina poetry. Child, don't bring up August Alsina and his entanglements. Yes, honey, he loves that woman's dirty draws, as the old folks say. Taj has been talking about how much he still loved Naya. Oh my goodness, y'all. That whole situation. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to send my condolences to her family because that was such a sad situation. And I was like legitimately praying. I was legitimately praying that they would find her. Like I just was holding out hope that they would find her, and just to actually find out that she used the last of her strength to save her child. It just goes to show you how much of a great mother she was. And yeah, that was just an awful situation. I wanted to pull up this picture of her and Taj since we talking about it. But it's crazy because I don't know about y'all, but I literally grew up watching her on TV. Like ever since she was I remember first seeing her on Family Matters, and from then on, every time she just stuck out in my mind. Whenever I would see her, I knew exactly. I might didn't know her name, but I knew exactly who she was. So like when she went on the show like Smart Guy, or some of the other TV shows she was on, Bernie Mac's show, Soul Food, stuff like that, I knew exactly who she was. Especially on Glee, I was like, wow, she looks the same but grown. And it's just, it's just to see what happened to her. I know I don't know her, but when you grow up watching somebody, you kind of feel like you do. Same, but 4 hours, I knew she was past. Yeah, because it's like it's only so much fighting you could do in water, and I had a bad feeling whenever they said they were gonna stop looking and then pick up the next morning. It just felt like, that that could be the difference between y'all saving her. But yeah, the apparently Taj Mowry and her had a very close relationship. They were each other's first loves, and this is actually Tia. She made a post dedicated to her. Tamera made a post dedicated to her. So, that was really sad. I feel so bad for her mom and dad, her family, just people that loved her. And also the people that worked with her. But yeah, I hate that happened. Because she seemed like she had a really, really close bond with her child too. I saw a video of her singing with her child, and just the post she posted, I think a few days before everything happened. Whew. Yeah, this I'm sorry to end on a somber note, but I kind of just don't even feel right talking about anything else after that. But yeah, I just want to send my condolences to her family. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. Thank you so much for tuning in. In case you don't know, I go live every Friday, live with La Vida Rosa at the same time around 10ish. Also, I'm gonna be dropping a Married at First Sight review for those who watch that show. And yes, I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you at another time. Bye.